Hi guys, today's video is going to be about this right here. This is Ben Nye's Scar Wax, or any Scar Wax for that matter. I'm just going to give you some helpful tips and tricks about how to use Scar Wax, the different ways you can obviously use it, and all that stuff. So if you want to know more about Scar Wax, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the actual Scar Wax itself. You can get these from many different places. Mine is just the Ben Nye Nose and Scar Wax. You can also get these at Halloween stores. They come differently from Halloween stores. In fact, I think I have one. This is kind of what they look like from Halloween stores. If you can see, it's not as good of a quality as, say, the Ben Nye one. So let me just show you. That is both of them. But yeah, it's not as good as a quality as the Ben Nye one, but it does the trick. I got mine from Amazon, and it comes in a couple of different shades. Mine is fair. I think it comes in medium and dark, and I believe it comes in a white one. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Mine is in fair, and I've used quite a bit of it, and I still haven't really put a huge dent in it, so a little of this does go a long way. And if you guys can see, it's literally just a wax consistency. Now this can be used to make scars, to make like anything on the skin, lacerations, cuts. It can be used to make a nose look bigger, to kind of change the shape of even a finger. It can be used for a lot of things. So yeah. My personal favorite is to use it for cuts and scars and just all that type of stuff, because it ends up looking pretty realistic, so that's why I like using it. So in order to use these things, use this, I have a couple of things that you are going to obviously need. The first things are 3 little tools that you are going to need to use the Scar Wax. The first thing is going to be a spatula of some kind. Mine I had got online. It's like a cosmetic spatula, and it has a pointed end on one end, and it has a little flat scoopy end on another. And it works really well to scoop out the Scar Wax, and it also works really well to kind of place it and blend on the skin, as if what you're going to see later on in the video. The next thing is going to be a brush that you really don't use that often, or that you really don't care is going to get messy, because you're going to use this to set the Scar Wax or the latex on the Scar Wax. So I just have a foundation brush. And then next is every makeup artist's favorite tool, and that is a Q-tip. They are inexpensive, they are awesome, and you are probably going to use this rather than ruining a brush with liquid latex. The next 2 things are items that you are going to use to stick and seal the Scar Wax. The first thing is spirit gum. This can be used to stick it to your skin. I'm not going to use it right now just because I don't have spirit gum remover. I had let someone borrow it when I was doing their makeup, and I never got it back. But that's one option. The next option is liquid latex. This is the Ben Nye kind. It is just in another container because the container I have is huge, so I just kind of dumped some into a little travel size jar, and that's what I use to hold all of my stuff, so it's not just a big bottle. But you're going to use this same as the spirit gum to stick it, and also to seal it, because Scar Wax on its own doesn't really absorb color that well if you're going to put foundation over it to make it match your skin, or just, you know, coloring it for bruising or anything like that. So this helps it to kind of absorb color. Yeah. The next thing you're going to need is some kind of powder. Mine is just a Tarte translucent powder that came in a travel size. It's just a little jar of it. This is what you're going to use to seal the liquid latex after you, like, kind of, the liquid latex is shiny basically, and this is what you're going to do to take away the shine, and it also kind of helps to make it look more realistic. The next 2 things are very random, but when you are dealing with the Scar Wax, it's going to stick to your skin, and if you're going to be using it on your face for scars or anything like that on your face, use your regular moisturizer. This is just my regular everyday moisturizer. It doesn't have to be something expensive, but you're gonna have to put it on your hands, just on your fingertips. When you are blending it down on your face, it doesn't stick to your fingers. If you're doing anything on someone's face, I suggest using facial moisturizer for that, just because I don't want to put hand cream on my hands and then rub it on my face. It's just, I don't like that idea. But if you are gonna be doing it on your arms or any type of thing on your skin, I would recommend using a lotion or using this. This is the Gold Bond Friction Defense, and I had come across this when I had run out of hand lotion, and I was just kind of playing around with scar wax, and I was like, I wonder if this will work to stop it from sticking to my skin. So it looks like an underarm deodorant, and it's no odor, no nothing. It's not greasy, and it just makes your hands slippy so you can deal with the scar wax better. So yeah, those are the things you're going to need in order to use the scar wax. And I'm gonna show you guys just like a basic thing on my hand on using the scar wax. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just take some of the lotion and put it on my hands, just so the scar wax, like I said, does not stick together. I'm just going to do something kind of basic and quick on my hand. This isn't really a tutorial on how to make a scar or anything, just how to use scar wax. So I've already kind of cleaned off my skin just so it's not dirty or greasy. I'm just going to take the spatula and scoop out a piece of the scar wax. You really don't need a lot. So there we go. Now you can just kind of, you know, splack it on your skin like that, but you know, if you want this to last a real long time, you're gonna want to put some liquid latex on the skin just so it sticks. But I'm just doing this for the sake of the video, so I don't really need it to last all night or all day. But if you are going to do that, I would suggest taking a Q-tip and putting liquid latex down first. But I'm not going to do that, so I'm just gonna put it on my skin. Now if you were going to be doing a long scar, you would kind of roll it into the general shape that you want it to be. So most people roll it into a little worm-like shape and put that on their skin, or you could just slap it on your skin with, you know, how you had it before. Now this is when the lotion comes in handy. I actually like to squirt it into a little area where I'm working at, because sometimes you have to go back to it. But yeah, so you just take some onto your hand and you are gonna blend down the scar wax. You can also take it onto the spatula and use the spatula. See, I like using my finger because the heat from your body helps it blend out a lot better, and it also helps kind of make the lines a little bit more seamless. Now if you guys can see right there, it pretty much is a little bit lighter than the color of my skin. So that's when foundation and stuff can come in handy later on. But it pretty much does look like a scar. Like it's a lot bigger than a normal scar would be. I did it a little bit bigger so you guys can see, but you could use it as a scar. Or you can go into it and make it into a cut. So I have the ends blended out fairly well. You can go back and just keep blending if you want, but I wanted to make it into a cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut into it. That's where the pointed end of this comes. Once you have the cut the way you would like it, it is time to seal it with liquid latex. Now I usually just take some onto the cap and onto a little Q-tip, and just very lightly, and you want to get it into the little groove too, so you can go back and pick at it later too to make it look more gross and disgusting. And I like to do is take the clean end of the Q-tip that has nothing on it and just go at the ends of the liquid latex, just so you have a nice kind of clean line. Now the liquid latex is going to dry clear, so once that dries, I will come back. So that is basically it. After you powder it, it is pretty much completely like matte. And it's also now ready to add color and blood. This is just a brew stack. You can use anything from face paints to anything like that. I just grabbed the brew stack just to kind of fiddle around with it, but you can take whatever you want and just kind of add color to it. Or you can just leave it as is if it's a scar. If it's a cut, you might want to add different things to it. It really depends on what you're going for. So yeah, this is just a quick showing of what can be put onto it. If you guys can see, it has blood, it has bruising, it has color. It looks a lot more blended into my skin. It's not the most perfect wound ever, but it was just done really quick just to show you guys the finished result that you can get with nose and scar wax. This is just one of the examples that you can do with it. I'm going to be doing a video on how to do lacerations and all that type of stuff throughout the Halloween season. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please thumbs it up. And if you guys want to see more FX videos, let me know. I hope this was helpful to you guys, because I know I got questions when I posted a picture of the special effects stuff on Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.